Hello everyone, Railgan here with a special video today. As you can see, the GM placement's finished. I managed to get one of those GM spots even on the NA server. And I sadly had to play against AVILO on the ladder in one of my games. Note, I did not play my main race Cirque, but actually was laddering a bit at 5 AM my time, and I had to play against AVILO. And as it is, AVILO managed to discover that I'm nothing but a dirty map hacker. So we are going to look at what makes AVILO think that I'm a map hacker, and we're going to look at why that's not the case. So first of all, before we actually start the game, I'm going to show you guys a couple of clips of AVILO's stream where he, of course, immediately realizes that I'm nothing but a map hacker.
Why are you attacking? He's attacking a non-existent third base. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, we're going to see why I was attacking that base, but...
I'm really confused.
Well, sometimes taking the risk seems to not pay off, but...
You just went for my third as if you knew that I was...
Of course, I took out that base.
Why would you go for a third base when you
Then AVILO immediately unsieged his tanks, already knowing that where my next move was going to be.
He's just assuming that my shit is at my third? But he hasn't scanned or done anything to be able to identify that, if that makes any sense.
Now, at this point in the game, after losing his third base and after getting dropped in the main, AVILO grew visually frustrated for the rest of the game and started to naturally call me out for all my wrongdoings. So he got a little bit angry.
Tanks, Siege, I played so many hackers. The moment you're tank, siege, and unsiege, they scan you. Which, I mean, that lines up with everything else that's happened in this game so far. A tank sieges, he scans, again. Like, dude, these people, they actually just blatantly cheat and they don't give a fuck.
Now, he was looking for a reason why I would map hack, right? Because, I mean, I was dropping on top of his turrets, I attacked into his tanks, so he figured, well, I guess... he has to map hack because he scans my army and especially my tanks when he sieges. Let's look at another clip before we go to the game.
He's waiting for it to 100% complete so he can run into it. Holy shit, he actually hacks! Every check mark that there is that lets you know that somebody's map hacking, everything that a hacker does in a game of SC2, he has done so far. I'm not even, not even joking. That's how prevalent hacks are in SC2 nowadays.
Now it's getting interesting, right?
This guy's actually like a semi-known, he's known on the ladder. But that's how prevalent this shit is nowadays. That somebody like this is actually a cheater. He's a full-fledged fucking cheater. I'll go over the replay afterwards so people can see what I mean.
Yes, and well, let's just say he did go over the replay, and we're going to kind of look at AVILO's point of view. After losing, of course, guys, I have to clarify. AVILO naturally lost the game to me because he's a garbage player, but I think it's still interesting to have a look at his point of view. We're going to see, first of all, AVILO starts analyzing the replay, right? Let's look at where AVILO starts analyzing the replay. He immediately skips to the 5-minute mark.
Prevalent as shit right now in SA2. This shit is actually crazy. The amount of people that cheat in this game is actually insane.
So AVILO skips past the first 5 minutes of the game, right? We're going to have a look at what actually happens in the first 5 minutes of the game, because it's kind of fun that he skips past that, because I'm pretty much dead right after the start of the game. but AVILO still manages to lose the game. So I play a bit of a weird opener. First of all, I don't really have a clue on how to play TvT, so I just kind of build stuff. I go for fast CC, barracks, barracks factory, and then building marauders. So right here we can already see the concussive shell upgrade, right? My plan was, well, he's probably going to do what every other Terran does against me and either go for Mass Reaper or the Cyclone push. So I just got the fast concussive shell upgrade and the bunker. AVILO goes for the Cloak Banshee, which is of course very good against what I do, because I have no anti-air, right? I have no anti-air. Now, if AVILO, if I was AVILO, I would be getting attacked by a Cloak Banshee while I go for a Marauder opener. Everything would already be on fire, right? At this point, AVILO, if he was me, would already have proven that he's a map hacker, right? He waits until Cloak 2 finishes because I have no missile turret. He knows that he knew from the start of the game, without even scouting, that I'm going for Marauder, that I'm not gonna have enough anti-air, so he goes for the Cloak Banshee and takes out my SCVs. So, because I don't have enough anti-air, I think that's pretty much proof right there. But of course, since I'm the map hacker, he already... That's not gonna happen, right? So, let's see. Because a couple SCVs does a lot of damage, right? This Banshee does a hell of a lot of damage, and AVILO, of course, doesn't want to look at this again, because it would be kind of stupid to call somebody a map hacker after you kill 11 of his workers for one single unit. Now,
I'm gonna just rewind the replay and show you again. He scanned not once, twice, 3 times in a row early game. The moment tanks on siege or on siege, insta scan, insta scan, insta scan. And then there was that moment where, like, right here when tanks were sieging on sieging, he like suddenly like stimmed his units with no vision. Like he just is stimming his units in Fog of War randomly and then about to run in without scanning. Like, it's so crazy. The amount of...
Yeah, let's have a look at that quickly. He's like, yeah, well, I mean, he's just randomly stimming in all his units, so let's have a look at that quickly. Alright, here I saw the Widow Mine, of course, which is why I stimmed, by the way. I saw the Widow Mine, so I was trying to kill the Widow Mine. I'm not sure if he actually talks about that. Then I'm going over here, and I'm checking. I see no third base here. So I figured, well, if I want to attack him, I should probably go to the other base, right? So I'm moving up there. Now let's look at this from my point of view, right? Well, first of all, I'm pretty slow, but ignore that. I see the tanks, I see the Marines, I see the Vikings, so I already know there has to be something that he's trying to protect here. So I'm moving across, and then I move in, and then I see the third base, immediately siege my tank and try to stim it down. Now, I felt like this was a pretty logical move, right? I mean, I see the Widow Mine, stim to try and kill it. See no third base, move to the other side, see tanks and Marines and Vikings and the Raven, try to get a siege on this position, kill the third base. Let's see what AVILO thinks.
On this game is actually crazy. Actually fucking insane, dudes.
Soon? Okay. Let's see. Let's see the analysis of the Grandmaster Mecher himself.
Made this for you, baby doll.
Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there.
I mean, this is already weird enough. Like, if you guys don't already think...
I mean, like, as you clearly got from my explanation, makes no sense.
Like, so he moved... Like, he's going to a third that's being built at the third that he never scouted. You know what I mean? Like,
that's insane.
He built his third in his base. I built my third at my third. And so he's going to attack something that he doesn't even know exists on the map with a bunch of... Like, this is already weird this is already weird as it is, how he's doing this. Because...
So basically his logic is like, well, my opponent is moving across the map and attacking me without previously scanning my main, natural, and third base. Like, what if I was just countering him? Like, I don't actually get it. I don't get his explanation at all, to be honest. I move across the map, I push, I kill, right? It's how the fucking game works.
Third in the first place.
I mean,
Already fucking strange just to start.
wait. So let's look at this. Like, let's say he lets me push into here. I can just siege my tanks here. I can just siege my tanks in this area. Below his third base, and then fire into his natural, right? It's not like this is a bad position to get into. He's like, well, I mean, he's basically throwing the game away right here, guys. If I didn't have the third base, if I wasn't building a third base, he would probably get die already, right? What kind of analysis is this? Okay, anyways, let's go on. Let's move on. By the way, I'm a proven map hacker now on NA, so beware.
That's already, like really strange to begin with.
Then at this point, AVILO realizes that he's an idiot himself, because like, like wait, let's look at this from his point of view quickly. We're going to speed this up a bit. He loses the third base, right? Then let's go on. Right here, he sieges again. Wait a second. Railgan didn't scan the sieging tanks. Is his map hack not working anymore? Then of course he already unsieges the tanks and moves into his main base because he sees them on the sensor tower, which makes sense, right? like this all didn't need to happen. It just had his units out of position. But of course I abused that because of the map hack. Yeah, guys, wait for it. We're gonna get to the point. Yeah, I scanned my main there.
He doesn't see tank siege. He scans. There's the first one. That's the first one.
Let's see. Let's quickly check this, right? At like the around the 10-minute mark, when I move out, when I start scanning his tanks. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what the fuck scanning tanks has to do with a map hack to begin with. Like, I feel like. I feel like I'm in some kind of crazy asylum at the moment. Wait, let's see this. Right here I scan his tanks, right? I really wonder what his logic is. So right here I move in, right? Let's look at this from my point of view. I know he's building he built a CC there, which is gonna fly over there. And then I'm trying to push in, right? And before I push in, I scan, because I don't want to lose my entire army to like 4 tank shots. So I scan. And to him, this is of course the proof that I'm a map hacker. Because, I mean, look at this time, it's like impeccable. These tanks are sieging and I scanned. Then I move around, wait for it. Like the scan runs out, I know his tanks are moving. I knew his tanks are moving, right? So I go over here. And then I'm like, well, is there an opening in his main? I scan. I see his tanks and Vikings, and he's like,
guys, my tank was sieging, so of course he's a proven map hacker at this point of the game.
What he's actually gonna say is like,
why did you even scan my main base, guys? Like, it doesn't make sense.
And then I scanned the third base again when I'm trying to move in, and there are tanks there. What the fuck? Look, guys, bioplay is supposed to work like this. I run my army into his tank line and Vikings, I lose my entire army and AVILO is happy. If I scan, which costs me like 200 minerals, to not lose my army, when I know that he knows where my army is, okay? He has a fucking sensor tower here, he sees my army. I know that he knows where my army is. I can't hide, right? Why the hell would he not scan? Why the hell would he not have tanks here? So I just scanned to make certain that I'm not running into something stupid. Okay, but whatever, right? It's I don't know. It's like it's crazy talk at this point. Let's go on.
No scan. the moment the tank sieges or unsieges. So there's why does he even scan that? There's no reason to even scan. So the moment this
Well, I
guy
gave you a
sieges,
reason.
he instant
I wanted to
scans.
see if
So
there's an
two in a
opening.
row. And we all know that these hackers have this. They all whatever map hack they use lets them do. Whenever tanks siege and unsiege and fog, it insta scans.
Yeah, like he could basically just constantly siege and unsiege, and I would lose all my money for scans. That's the secret. But he's like he's trying to see on my camera if I ever look at his army through the fog of war, right? Because that would be like the ultimate proof. But I never, like, I'm not map hacking, so of course I'm not looking through the fog of war, but let's move on a bit here.
If you don't think this guy map hacks, then you're just retarded. Because
Yeah, guys,
he just did that 3
I hope-
times in a row.
I hope none of you are retarded.
I have said this so many times on stream. Like, that's not coincidence that every single time tanks are sieging and unsieging in fog of war, there's an instance, like, it's within, like, it's literally as they go into siege mode, as they come out of siege mode, that it's like an insta scan.
By the way, if you look at...
Like, the funny thing is, if you rewind the VOD, or if you replay the clip in the VOD, during the game, I said this. I said it during the game, I said, this, like, is he map hacking? Because the moment...
As you see right here, I posted in this chat, I was like, hey guys, I'm a map hacker.
Every time I see
then the chat went crazy.
the first time it happened, second time it happens on a random tank here, that scan didn't even make sense. And then and then down here it happens a third time.
I mean,
Having it
fuck
happen
me
on
for
the
scanning before moving in.
Railgan
Wait.
is a map hacker. This guy's
Yeah, wait guys, now here's where it gets funny, right? First, he's like, this guy's not even scanning, he's a map hacker. And he's like, this guy's scanning, he's a map hacker. And, like, if I could do anything I want, I'm going to throw army away with medivacs. He's just gonna be like, oh, that didn't happen, guys. Now I look stupid, right? I mean, he just drops like 40 supply into my Vikings, loses everything, kills nothing. Oh, now I'm the one who looks like an idiot. Wait.
Guys, that didn't happen.
Let's move on.
That's not coincidence that happened 3 times in a row in the same game.
We're going to see it right here, right? This is it. Yeah.
The fact is, there's
Wait. This is like another part. Like when I make a mistake, like he like tries to ignore it. Like I fly right in here, and lose a medivac, right? He's like, oh well, that didn't happen. It's whatever. Okay. Let's look at it again.
cheaters on StarCraft 2 nowadays.
Rafter message.
Fucking cheaters.
No.
I want to get to the point where this guy stims his units in Fog of War as well.
Wait. Now let's move on to like the 14-minute mark here quickly. Like, he's like once again like skimming past the stages. We're going to look at this quickly in a little bit more detail. Let me quickly remove this so we can have a cleaner look. So like first of all, he sees everything I do, right? Then he lands his Vikings here, and I throw away a huge part of my army. But right, let's move back. Let's move back a little bit. For some reason, he doesn't realize the drop in his main quickly enough. He has tanks here, but they're not really. They're just moving away. So get this. I go into his third base, then I drop him at the same time. And because he has his entire army here, like 4 tanks would be enough to kill my army, right? So I just drop him in his main base to kill a lot of his units, as many as I could. Naturally, AVILO already had 4 tanks sieged up because, well, because he's, I don't know. I mean, mech boys. He was a bit lucky because the tanks popped just when I was attacking him in his main base. But yeah, And then I just kept attacking him at his third base, of course, because I realized, well, if I attack him at his third base, his army will be there. Then I drop him in his main base, and he moves his entire army to the main base, and then I just attack him at the third base again. And at this point, I was like, AVILO, you're a fucking joke, right? So I'm playing against AVILO with my OFFRACE, and I'm absolutely destroying him. Like, it's not even close. I'm up 40 supply. This guy has no workers. All he has is an army that he can't move out with because... And he, of course, his conclusion was you map pack. At which point I was like, well, I guess I'll have to watch... First of all, I was like, I guess this is the real AVILO. And second of all, I was like, I have to watch the VOD to actually know what I'm being accused of. Now, this is where the definitive conclusion of AVILO comes.
Let's get to the point where he stems in fog. Like, what is he looking at during this? Like, oh, this is the other thing. So another thing that hackers do is you notice. Let me rewind this. This right here.
Yep.
He hasn't scouted this, but what a lot of hackers do, they wait till the planetary is 100% complete so they can stim and run into it and kill it. Because if the planetary is not complete and he runs in, I can cancel it and lift it.
Yeah.
Three instances in this game.
Yeah, then somebody somebody gifted me a sub there. I was like, what the hell? Scan on siege, scan on siege. Okay.
And then this shit, he's waiting for the planetary to fucking finish. He's waiting for it to 100% complete so he can kill.
We're going to have a look at what actually happened in a second, don't worry.
You even see him waiting, and then he's like, okay, now it's complete, now I can stim and run in.
The stutter begins again, guys!
I'm actually not even sure how he scans those tanks.
Of course I scanned the tanks, okay.
He sees the tank, right?
Wait. Oh my god.
He sees the tank siege. Why is he even...
I see one tank siege, I want to know how many there are.
Right?
Well, of course I scanned, because I can retreat. But did he think I would suicide my army? Like, does this guy even play the fucking game? Wait. I think we need some clarification right here. Let's look at this. So, first of all, what is actually happening, right? AVILO is like, well, what he does not, once again, he's like, what he doesn't realize is that there was a little bit more strategic play here than AVILO actually noticed. So, first of all, I retreated with my army, right? Then I had to heal it up a bit here. I was scattering it, and at this point he starts morphing his planetary, right? So, and from my point of view, I'm macroing at home and preparing my next attack. Then I scanned, saw that there's nothing there to defend, set up the tank, stim in a couple bio units, and then he like scans, he's like, where the fuck is his army? Where is army? Where is army? At which point he realizes, I think, that I'm actually... No, wait, he doesn't realize. He's too slow. He didn't immediately realize, but I'm going to attack him down here, of course. And I didn't wait for the planetary to finish. I did everything as quickly as I could, right? So I go here, stim in. Keep in mind, he's not building Vikings at the moment. But of course, his units are in position, because... well... It's hard not to be in position when you... And this is the entire area that he has to defend, right? This is the entire area. Now he starts this Viking production again. It's weird how many Vikings he builds, because I have like 4 medivacs of units. But coincidentally, he starts building the Vikings again as soon as I start my starports, or as my starports finish. It's almost as if he knew. It's almost as if the map hacker is actually... AVILO? Is AVILO actually the map hacker? Viking production, starports finish. Did he scan this? No. So it's the one who actually map hacks. AVILO himself. Who knows? I'm curious to find out. And I mean, I saw the tanks, right, so I retreated. then like this is funny as well. Like let's watch this from AVILO's point of view again.
So now let's look at this from the minimap perspective. Let's look at his arm. He's not scanning. He's not scanning.
He's not scanning.
I'm moving my army up to match because that's where I obviously I don't hack. I scanned and saw this is the last place he moved his army. So I moved my army up. Now just watching the minimap. Again, I scanned his army because I don't map hack.
Wait a second here. 1500. I scanned his army because I don't map hack. Wait, let's look at this. Watch this. I retreat with my army. He scans, and then he I move my army up here, and then he scans again because he doesn't map hack. At this point, what could I do with my army? The reason why he knows my army is there, like what he should have said is, well, guys, I saw Marauder walk into the sensor tower range, so I figured his army was somewhere over here, and then I scanned him twice. He didn't scan because he doesn't map hack, he scanned because he saw that my units went over there and he wanted to know how many there are, okay? Just so we're clear on that. Like, please, AVILO, use your brain.
Like, okay, bro, I guess I gotta scan too now. Even though I didn't scan the first, even though I didn't scan.
And yeah, well, I mean, I scan because I want to know where your tanks are.
Alright, so he lost.
I know you. This guy plays Terran like it's Protoss, one giant death ball.
Where he stims in, right? Gets lucky, finds the Hellions. I mean, we can call that luck, I guess. I mean, everything else in this game, people that don't believe this guy hacks, they can just call that luck over and over again.
We call that luck, guys. I saw him move his army. I saw him move his army down there, and then I figured, well, the best thing I could do is send my Hellions up the ramp where I see his army move to. Well, I mean, we can call that luck, right? It's not like I knew his army was walking down here. It's clearly, I mean, guess it's luck. No, AVILO, it's you playing bad.
So this, let's see, where's my Vikings? So this is another instance where it's very obvious that you can tell he's cheating.
Very obvious at this
Every
point.
Doom drop he did before this, he doesn't scan.
That's not true. That is not true. We saw at the start that I scanned where his army is, and even afterwards, I only doom dropped his main base once, at which point I was attacking his third base and knew his tanks were at his third base. So I did scan. You fucking liar.
The Vikings, right? So he can be like, oh look, I scanned and saw the Vikings, so I'm not cheating. But like, for example, if I had my Vikings up here on this part of the map, he would have just flown in and doom dropped.
No, I wouldn't.
This type, like...
No, I wouldn't. I wanted to know where your turrets are. I didn't care about your Vikings.
This scan right here that you see, he doesn't scan any other time, but he scans here, so he's like, oh, look, I'm not cheating. Like, all those other scans, I totally wasn't cheating. You know, I scanned your Vikings, so I decided...
I also scan because you know where my army is. Like, why would I drop into you? Wait, let's move this a little bit ahead on my replay. Right, we're right here. Like, this is the point in the game that he's talking about where I scan him. He knows that I'm loading up this Medivac, so of course I scan it. Like, I'm not a good Terran player, okay? I'm not a good Terran player. I might be better than AVILO, but I'm not that good. But I scan because I know that he knows where my army is. Like, there's a sensor tower here. So I know that he knows that I'm loading up Medivacs because dots are disappearing on his minimap. Right? So I load up the Medivacs to see if I can drop in. Okay, whatever.
But every other time is like mega obvious. So again, he's not scanning anything here, right? Let's see. Scans once. Probably because I sieged a tank, I think, right?
It's like, I was trying to find a reason why I scan.
That means they unsieged. If he scanned, I think.
The fuck is he looking at?
Yeah, so they unsiege, so he's like, okay, scan again.
Heck, 1640. Let's see why I scanned. Okay. Like at this point, I have my army out of fog of war, right? So I want to know what he's doing. He's like, well, I scanned because I unsieged my tanks. These tanks were unsieged like 15 seconds ago. I scanned because I wanted to know if you already moved your army to the third base again. Okay, whatever.
And then when they move away, where's the last place he saw these tanks?
Was that your third base?
Saw them was on the ramp. So he sees them right here.
Yeah.
Let's see, the last place he saw them. Sees all my tanks there. Then he stims and runs in. Just gets lucky and assumes that they're not there, like I guess.
Wait a second. Okay. So he's like, well, the last place he saw the tanks was when was on the ramp, but I actually see the tanks and Vikings all moving towards his third base, out of siege range, out of side of my scan range, and then I stim in because I realized that I have enough time to go in and kill the planetary. Right? It's not a stupid move. I saw the tanks move away. I stim in, kill the planetary, and then I stim away. Right? Okay, whatever.
A lot of luck though.
A lot of luck. No, I scanned, dude. Like, you cannot call my scan luck if you cannot call it luck when I know.
On siege, yay, nay.
Right here again, right? I scan his third base. I tried to move in, so I scan because I know that I went into the sensor tower range.
I think Blizzard should start banning people like this. Blizzard should start banning people like this, honestly. At this point in the game, I don't think there's much else that I can really... Anything else that I say, people will say is circumstantial. But at the beginning of the game, the first three scans when tanks on siege is... That's actually just... You're cheating. When it happens the first time, I'm like...
Okay, guys, I think I owe you to at least show you guys how this game ends and, like, talk you through it. But, I mean, like... If anything is obvious, it's not that I am the MAPHACKER, but that AVILO is the one, because he's the one who's constantly building Vikings while I'm preparing my starport transition. Now, he's like just starting, like, see, like, here's another thing. I built 2 additional starport, AVILO builds a new starport, while he already has like 10 Vikings and no ground units. But hey, clearly it's me who map hacks. I didn't make my battlecruiser transition. I keep attacking him everywhere, here, there, everywhere. I try to find blind spots. Here I fly into the barracks, I think. I'm pushing him from as many places at once as I possibly can. Stimming him down over here, going in. Moving around, starting my PCs. I didn't drop him in his main base, I think, because I saw that the barracks saw my units. Right here, I'm going into... I see the barracks, so I tried to stim that one down. Then I just start expanding to his side of the map. Guess why not? And my goal was to kind of kill him with mass PCs. Right here I stim in and I realized I didn't have that many units here, so I wanted to trade a bit. I knew that I was most likely ahead in army value anyways. I stimmed into his main base at the same time and into his third base, just trying to get valuable fourth base, trying to get trades so I can reduce his army value a bit. Then I went in with my BCs. That wasn't really that smart, sadly. Like, the BCs kinda got wrecked, but I did take care of all his tanks. Except for 2, which is really nice. Like, I'm reducing his tank count by quite a bit right here. the Vikings that he constantly built are a bit hard to deal with though, so. And then I just kept moving in with my BCs and Vikings. Until he eventually had to leave the game, because I just took every base on the map, right? I was like, well, this guy, if he's not moving out by the 20-minute mark, he's probably not going to move out by the mark 25 either, by minute 25 either. And he just ran out of resources to mine. Main base gone, natural gone, third base almost empty, and then he had this one base left that I was attacking with PCs anyways. Yeah guys, it's I don't know, I made a really long video here, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like it and subscribe and I don't know, do the good stuff guys. Thank you all for watching, I'll see you guys soon. Bye!